An overview of estate planning on this week's edition of WealthWise. Today on WealthWise, we're pleased to introduce special guest speaker Sarah Morang, an estate planning attorney with Frierson and Morang in Athens, Georgia. Today, Sarah will cover the purpose of estate planning, when to call an attorney, the probate process, and Georgia's probate laws. She'll talk about how to prepare loved ones for the transition and give us an overview of the building blocks that go into an estate plan. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you, Deanne. Estate planning is all about preparing for transitions, planning for the stages in life during which we may need more assistance, as well as for the transition of assets after death. It's important to have an estate plan so that you can make sure that what you've accumulated during your lifetime passes to those you care about. Estate planning can help you take care of loved ones and avoid unintended outcomes, tax consequences, and expenses. The involvement of a financial advisor, attorney, and accountant can be well worth the cost. Thorough, informed planning can save your family money in the long run and help avoid disputes after your death. For those who do not create an estate plan, the Georgia legislature has done it for you, and you may not like it. This system protects everyone's interests to a degree. Children and spouses, for example, all inherit from a decedent. However, you may want to deviate from this plan. For instance, you may want your spouse to inherit what you've accrued, and only when both spouses are deceased should children inherit. You may also want to hold assets back in trust and protect both the asset and the beneficiary until the beneficiary reaches a mature age, often 21, 25, or even older. A properly drafted estate plan which takes into account your assets, family goals, and circumstances can help you achieve these goals. Before you begin the estate planning process, you must first consider what you hope to achieve. Are you concerned about taking care of a surviving spouse? Do you have children from a prior relationship and worry there may be conflict with your current spouse? Is it possible that any beneficiaries may have trouble managing what you leave them? Do any family members have special needs? Do you have a succession plan for your family business? Consider also the probate process. First, what is probate? Probate is a legal proceeding which authenticates a will and appoints a person or entity who is then authorized to administer the estate according to the estate plan and Georgia law. In Georgia, when there is a will, probate of an estate is typically straightforward unless documents are old or have unusual characteristics, or if there is conflict in a family. There may be, however, circumstances where you desire to avoid probate in part or for the entirety of your estate. Plan to discuss these issues with your advisor. I would also suggest you size up your estate. Make a list of your assets, the approximate value, and any beneficiary designations you may have made. Plan to discuss this with your professional advisor so that you may address any tax concerns. Now you're prepared to begin the estate planning process. What documents will you need? The basic building blocks of an estate plan are a will, power of attorney, and a healthcare directive. A trust may also be included. Beneficiary designations made on life insurance and retirement accounts are generally superior to what you set out in the will or trust, so it's important to consider these as well. How can you prepare your family for these transitions? First, prepare the estate plan. Spending the money on professional advice now can save your family heartache and expense later. Second, revisit your plan when there's a change in your wishes and when there's a shift in the makeup of your family, such as a death, marriage, disability, or birth of a descendant, or if you relocate to another state or country. Keeping the plan up to date is important. Third, gather and maintain information your family may need. I typically recommend that a client store with their estate plan a list of important contacts, such as the accountant, attorney, and financial advisor, as well as a list of accounts, life insurance policies, and beneficiary designations. This estate organizer will help your loved ones have a head start in locating assets and beginning administration of your affairs. You can also store instructions for the care of your body after your death. Update this list annually or when there's a shift in family dynamics or assets. Last, have a conversation with your loved ones about your plans. Hearing their questions now may save your family stress later. An estate plan should not be a surprise. If you fear your plan may sow discord in your family, evaluate whether there's anything within your power to mitigate this. Talk to your healthcare agent about your wishes. both any diagnoses you may have now and any matters you may be concerned about in the future. We'll go more into detail about estate planning in subsequent segments. Thank you for joining us for this conversation about estate planning hosted by Elevate Wealth Advisory.